Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is well, and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. And today I have a lesson to help you with your acoustic embellishments when you're playing acoustic guitar. I've been getting a lot of emails and I get a lot of questions about the acoustic chucking technique, or that rhythmic percussive, adding that sound that's so cool that so many of our favorite artists use. And a lot of students have been emailing me saying they just can't get that to sound clean, or it just doesn't sound as loud or as pronounced like when I do it in the lessons. So I thought I'd give you a couple of exercises and explain the technique to you, and then we'll make it sound musical, and we'll get into some songs and some strumming patterns, and use this as a way to embellish what you're playing. You know, you want to constantly be able to take your playing, make it sound musical, and then keep adding like a laundry list of different things that you can do with the guitar, with the instrument, to make it sound even more musical, more interesting to the listener, like adding the rhythmic chucking, or adding what you can hit on the guitar at different beats, or adding embellishments to the chords you're playing. They all make such a huge difference. Adding and playing different strum patterns. Many of you probably, right, are always playing the same strum pattern after a while. It gets kind of boring to you, the player, and to the listener, right? And you want to spice that up. If you'd like me to send you a bunch of free lessons, click on that link that's in the YouTube description box below. Click on that link, follow the screen, and I will send you some free lessons and a free ebook, which has a lot of chord diagrams and lessons in it. It will really help you along in your guitar journey, and I'll send that to you for free. So click on that link and get that stuff and enjoy from Next Level Guitar. We're going to be doing this chucking technique with open chords because that's harder. Doing it with bar chords is a lot easier because you could really control the chucking with your fret hand. Here we're going to be using our pick hand to be doing the technique, and it's a little harder. And a lot of times on guitar you're going to be playing more open chords than bar chords anyway, because you want those beautiful, open strings ringing out so you can hear the beautiful tone of the wood of these killer acoustic guitars, right? The technique of chucking is when you're putting in these rhythmic hits on different accents, different beats. If I do like a very simple one, and they can get as simple or complex as you would like, So let's start off simple and then we'll build from there. First learn run, then learn fly, Danielson, right? Okay, so basically the technique is all with the right hand, and what you're going to do is you got to come down on the strings with the pick, and we'll do this on downstrokes, okay? And you're hitting this part of your hand, the palm of your hand, or the side of the palm of your hand, on the strings at the same time the pick is cutting through the strings. Now if you've never done this before, it's going to take a little while, and at first it's not going to sound very good, but remember, your playing is an evolution, and with time and patience and practice, you will get this, believe me. So what you want to do is come down with that hand hard, and this is a technique where you're going to have to go for it. You can't really just, maybe I'll try this, and bam, just do it! So you got to go for it with attitude and conviction. And so throw that hand down on a downstroke, and you're just hitting the strings, but at the same time, the pick is hitting the strings like you were going to do a down strum. That's the motion. Notice my fret hand is not even going to, I'm not going to do this and hold the string. I'm not even going to be touching the guitar. That's the sound you want. So just practice. You could hear that percussiveness of the pick against the strings and your hand hitting the strings. If you could get that, you got it. This is all just my right hand, my pick hand, as I come down. And you could see, if I turn even more, my hand here, how it's hitting those strings right at the same time the pick, I slow it down a little bit, is hitting the strings. So it's pick and hand working simultaneously to give us that chuck. My other hand here is not even doing anything. Just holding on to the guitar pretty much. So that's the motion, that's the technique. It's all pick hand. Throw it in there and just practice that. You know, exaggerate the motion at first. Then you take it to a chord, right? That would be like the next step. First, get it with that pick hand, and then we'll get it just on one chord. So take that G chord. Notice when I do that muted chuck or wick whack or whatever you want to call it, that rhythmic percussive accent. Notice it kills the chord. That's very important. You don't want that chord ringing. And you can do this with electric too. I mean, I'm doing it on acoustic, but it works. It's the same technique, acoustic or electric. But you want to kill all the strings. So just practice one hit, mute, down, down. Then once you get that, the next step would be to try a strum pattern and include some chucking in with the pattern. So we'll do a very easy strum pattern. One my students get down. You've probably heard me play this a million times if you're familiar with my lessons early on, but it's an easy one that students gravitate toward and can get the muscle memory going with it really quick. Down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. Real simple, real slow. Kind of like an eighth note kind of feel, like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay, so let's put a chuck. So we'll do a down and then a chuck. So the DC, when I write it out for you in text, the DC is a down chuck. Down, second down is a chuck. Then you do your up, and then a chuck, up. So it's down, chuck, up, chuck, up. Chuck, up, chuck, up. Just try it one time through the strum. See if you get it. Down, chuck, up, chuck, up. So then the next step would be to try to repeat that pattern with the chuck. See how interesting it's sounding already? We have a rhythmic strum pattern and we're adding some chucking to it. Chuck. Chuck, 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 chuck. Right? Awesome. Then when you get that, then try doing the same pattern through a series of chord changes to get you used to doing this while you're changing chords. So just pick any change. Easy one. G, E minor, C, D. Right? Probably played that lots of times. And you could stay on each chord like 2 measures if you want, just so you can kind of get that vibe. And you got it, right? So that's kind of like the evolution of this technique. Now we've done it and added it to a strum pattern. We've added it to chords, and now we're taking it through progressions. So now that you got a basic progression down, let's get into a little bit more of an advanced progression, maybe with some embellishing and maybe some new chords, right? Because again, you want to constantly build your chord vocabulary, that laundry list. Constantly build your embellishments and your techniques. And this is all going to add interest to your playing. It's going to spike creativity and open up the floodgates to your songwriting. And the possibilities are endless, right? So let's use these chords in a progression in the key of A minor. Let's play an A minor 9, and these are all open chords. Play some really pretty chords in this one. C major 7th. Throw in a D minor. An F major 7. Right? E minor 7. To a G major. This time I'll play with 3 fingers so I can embellish with the first finger. And with A minor 9, and we'll start over again. So if we do it with just that strum pattern, that down, down, up, down, up, it'll sound like this. But now let's dress that up a little bit, and let's use the chucking when we're playing those. Let's change the strum pattern, and let's add some embellishments. For instance, maybe on that F major 7th chord, I'll take my first finger off that C note and add the open B string. Right? And on the G chord, I'll add that 2nd, I'll add that 4th. I'll add that C note. So you get that G add 4. See, just adding one note sometimes can really set these chords off. On the D minor, take the first finger off, you get a D sus2, or add your pinky at the 3rd fret high E string, D sus4. You can even pull off with that first finger to that open. You can strum and arpeggiate. So much you could do, it's endless. Isn't the guitar awesome? So the strum pattern, what if we do something maybe that's going to push you a little bit into new territories? You got to keep pushing yourself on that guitar. That's how you're going to get better. That's how you get to the next level. Learn new songs, harder strum patterns, harder chords, harder chord changes. Keep pushing yourself. Don't just always go for the easy stuff. So how about a strum pattern like that? So we're doing a down and a down chuck, much like that first one we worked on. And now we're doing a quick up, down with a down chuck. Up, down, chuck. So down, down chuck, up, down, down chuck. Just get that down first. I'm just fingering the A minor 9. And then we'll do a up, up, down chuck. Up, down chuck, up, down. Up, down chuck, up, down. And then down, up, and then it's done. Something like that. Okay, nice strum pattern. And when you build up the speed a little bit, again, start slow, you get this. Okay, notice again, when I hit that chuck, it kills the chord, all of it, all the notes. So now the progression, if we do that strum pattern and I'll throw in some embellishments on the chord, listen how it totally jazzes it up and makes it so much more interesting. So you see when I played that, how I varied things a bit, kind of threw in some embellishments. After a while, I changed the strum pattern around a little bit, just to add more interest, more color, more flavor, more spice, a little bit more, I don't know, what do we use out here in San Diego? Tapatio, maybe, a little salsa, something like that, some guacamole maybe, I don't know, whatever your spice may be. Anywho, so I hope you enjoyed that lesson. I hope you could take this technique, really practice it. Remember, it's this with open chords, it's all in the pick hand, and really just work on getting that that chucking noise while you're killing the chord, right? And you're getting that sound with just that hand, one hand. You can do it! Right? Add it into your playing, practice it with all your progressions, add it into songs you're practicing and writing, and I hope this helps you, and I hope you're able to learn some new chords. And click on that link. Remember, get those free video lessons and ebook. It'll really help you out in your journey. And subscribe. Click the subscribe button here on our YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. It helps support us here at Next Level Guitar and Rock on Good People. And if you get a chance, go to our full-on instructional curriculum at nextlevelguitar.com. Lessons for all level players, all genres of music, beginner, intermediate, advanced, acoustic, electric, we got it all. If you want to look at some stuff like this, go into the beginner section, master classes, right around lesson 90, 100. We get into all kinds of different chucking and different embellishments, and the lessons right in that section, right where you want to be right now in your playing, if this is where you're at. Check that out. There's a 3-day free pass right on the home page. We don't ask for a credit card or anything. Just click to start your free trial now, and we'll send you a username and password, and away you go. Full site access. So anyway, enjoy. I'm David Taub, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. You are the good people. Thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. Take care and keep on rocking.